Welcome to day one of van build number 2.
Except this time, it's not for us. We are building a van for someone else. She is also from Indiana, so that was a cool little touch.
Yeah, it is.
And surprisingly enough, when we left in our van, she was traveling in her bus, pretty much going to all the same places that we were, and we were always like just missing each other by a little bit. But she decided that bus life is not the best fit for her dog, so we are building out a van for her, and it's going to be similar to ours, but a different layout.
So we're super excited, and we're ready to just jump in. And we're also, I think what's most exciting is to see, like, after building one van, how much faster van build number 2 goes.
Yes, and we are working on this full time, so you will see videos, new videos, every single week. And we are very, very excited about that.
And if you watched any of our videos from the first van build, you know that we did it outside in the Indiana winter.
Which was awful. And this time we're actually going to be inside building, which is already a huge upgrade. We're still working out the heating kinks, but we're getting there.
It's already better not being outside. Like, not having to worry about if it's going to rain or things like that. So already off to a better start, and
today we're just jumping right in.
Yeah.
Before we jump into things, we are going to give you a little glimpse into what this layout is going to turn out to be. So if you've seen Court and Nate's van, it is very similar to theirs, but except that. But same kind of concept. Back here we are going to have a twin size bed that will convert into a full size bed using the slide out bed design. And then benches on both sides. And over here, we're going to have her kitchen, a kind of like a closet, but most of that will be taken up by a slide-out toilet that will pull out into the shower up there, her fridge, and then a little bit of storage space up here. And then up here, right behind the driver's seat, we're going to have her shower. And over on this side, after this bench, there's going to be a shelf on the wall, but nothing down below, because she has a pretty big dog and she wanted him to have plenty of room to turn around because he gets a little anxious. So we're leaving it pretty open throughout this side of the van, and hopefully that will be more comfortable for both of them.
So the first thing on the list is cutting holes in the roof. So we're going to have a hole here for the maxxair fan, and then a hole back there for the 12-volt air conditioner. So let's get to cutting. And there is the lines to cut out for the air conditioner. Here's the hole, or the cutout, that's going to be for the maxxair fan.
Yep. Oh boy.
Missed it too?
I don't know, but I felt like I was about to get brain surgery.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay, now that the holes are cut and filed, we are sanding down the roof very lightly. That's to like just rough up the surface so we can put on the truck bed liner. So we're going to put on clear truck bed liner. We're going to do 2 coats. That just makes sure that the roof is protected. It also makes it a little bit more firm, which is nice. So basically the whole roof is always covered, so you can never really get under it to clean it, and it just makes sure that there's no rust or anything like that that can happen. So We're gonna sand the roof, and then we're going to do the first coat of the truck bed liner tonight. We'll let it sit overnight, and then we'll do the second coat tomorrow. We are back for day 2. We're going to start by getting the second coat of truck bed liner on the roof so that can be curing, and then during that time we're gonna, I think, cut some framing strips, like get some other things going, so we're getting as much done. And then once that's dry enough for us to go up there, we'll get the maxxair fan installed and the air conditioner installed. So I'm super pumped to get those done today, because I think that will really, we'll see things happening, and then we'll also be getting a head start on getting some things ready for the floor and the furring strips for the walls. So let's just get into it. So if throughout this video it sounds kind of like there's an obnoxious noise in the background, there is. We're trying out this new, it's not new, but this different way of heating in here.
It's actually old.
Yeah, it's actually very old, but it's like putting out the heat. So it already feels warmer in here than it did, I think, all yesterday. I think it helps that the sun's out today. But if you hear that in the background, that's what it is. And sorry, but we have to have it on because otherwise it's too cold in here. Are you ready for another day? Huh? On your heated blanket? So in the meantime of waiting for the last coat of the truck bed liner to dry, we're just kind of doing some odds and ends things. Right now we're ripping down this wood for the framing of the floor to 1.5 inches. Yeah, and then we're gonna take the plywood that we have in the van and rip it down for the frame strips. So just something to do while we're waiting.
Since our heating situation isn't all that we were hoping for it to be yet, we are going to try to let these sealants and things sit overnight. So we right now are getting ready to do the lap sealant for the maxxair fan, and then a marine grade, I forget what we got, Keith can probably tell you, some sort of marine grade sealant up under the air conditioner, and then we'll let those sit overnight so that tomorrow we can just come in, place those right in, and they'll be done. But since it is very, very cold out here, we don't think that rushing it is in the best interest of anyone. So we're gonna put a frame around here, get that locked down for the fan, and then we'll be good to go.
Got the maxxair fan flange in, it's all screwed in. We've got the frame underneath, and now it's time for this guy, the backboard lap sealant. I'm not really sure why this guy's picture's on here, but yeah, we're gonna put it on and then let this sit overnight, and then we'll put the fan in tomorrow. Okay, so I just cut the bottom of this gasket. I'll show you. There's like, I cut out both ribs. So now it fits on there. And we're gonna put sealant under it, and then we're gonna get clamps to clamp down everywhere. And then we're gonna leave that overnight to cure and set up, and then tomorrow we will install the air conditioner. And here's how we're leaving the air conditioner hole tonight. We've got 8 clamps on here, and we've got this marine sealant and adhesive all the way around underneath. So we're gonna let that cure tonight, and then tomorrow might put some more on the outside, or we might just do like one pass with the lap sealant just to make sure that the outside sealed. You won't see it because the air conditioner will be on top. But I feel pretty good about this tonight, and then yeah, I can't wait to get it in tomorrow. So now I'm popping out all of these little rivet things that are in the roof so we can mount the roof tracks. Just thought we'd give the lap sealant and everything just a little bit of time to sit before we drop the maxxair fan and the air conditioner in. This is super easy, but it is kind of time consuming just because these things really are in there, and you pretty much have to break them off, shove the little plug in, and then you got to scrape all the residue off so it's a flat surface to mount these in. How's it going in here, buddy?
Pretty good. I think I'm moving faster than I thought.
You're almost done.
With this side.
I feel like that's faster than the last time.
I think so too.
Okay, so this is the inside of the air conditioner. We did put these extra pieces of wood here just to give some more support when we're screwing in or bolting in these support brackets, and then also drilled extra holes here so we can screw up into this wood so nothing like moves side to side, but I think it looks really good.
That's all we're gonna get to today, so we will see you back here tomorrow.
See you guys tomorrow. We are back today for one last big hole cutting project.
That's gonna be in this video. We still have a lot of van left to do.
Yeah. So now for the last big holes we're cutting in the van and the last part of this video, we're gonna install 2 bunk windows. We're gonna install one on each side. So let's do it. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're going to, I'll show you actually. There are these braces here, and the window's going to be in right here, so we're going to use a grinder and grind these off so that way we've got the clean flat surface, and then we'll get the template ready to, that traces out the window so we can get the big hole cut. So we're going to cut progressively. I'm really glad that she went with these windows because I think the bunk windows are just the perfect option for van life, because we have the really big windows on our back quarter panels, and honestly we pretty much never take our window covers off back there. It's pretty terrible. I mean,
unless
if
you're off grid a lot and you are like very comfortable with the temperature.
But even still, with those windows, I wish they vented.
Yeah,
so,
but
I think in our next van,
we're doing bunk.
Doing bunk windows. So,
but also the reason for that is like we keep the window covers in to keep the temperature regulated. So if you're not in like the perfect temperature, then it feels so hard for us to take the window covers off. But with the bunk windows, you can vent them and you can still see outside a little bit. And if you have a maxxair fan, that'll create the perfect cross breeze, I feel.
Plus, they're much smaller, so I think like taking not having window covers in them is much more realistic.
Yeah.
Like as far as privacy goes and temperature goes. So
yeah.
all around, I think it's just a better option. So
yeah, and I think these windows are great. So yep. I'm excited about them.
Me too. So let's just get to it, I guess. With the grinder, just make sure you got your safety glasses. It looks really funny with the glasses underneath, but. Making a template for the cutout of the window so we can see what it looks like on the inside and then transfer it to the outside. They don't give you one, so we're just going to use the cardboard from the box, make the template, and yeah. So now we're gonna we've got it taped up where we think it needs to be. So we're gonna put like a hole here and here roughly. So that way we can transfer it like on the outside to see where exactly it will be. And if we need to move it, we'll still have room and it'll still be in the cutout. So yeah, so we're gonna just drill the holes now. Okay, the hole is taped off and ready to be cut. So now, before we actually cut it, we're gonna do the same thing on the other side so that way we're just cutting everything at once, it's done. So now we're about to finally make the cut. I went ahead and put a hole here just big enough for the jigsaw blade to go through so we can get it started. So here we go. We're gonna paint the rough edge, let it dry, and then we'll come back and put the window in. Okay, we're on the home stretch. We're putting the windows in finally. And it should be simple. The window just goes in, and then there's like this flange around the inside that you'll see, and you screw it in. Voila, window's done. Ready?
I've been ready. got windows. How do you feel?
We just installed some windows.
Pretty sick, huh?
It's pretty sick.
I want these in our van.
Me too. Like bad.
In the next one.
I wish we could like change ours and put them in, but I guess now we know. Well, I think that's it for this video. I honestly don't even remember everything that's in it. Oh, well, I guess everything we've done so far.
Everything we've done so far. That is our one and only project for today. And it
was a big one, though.
It was a big one. And we got a late start. We're getting a late finish. But that's our one and only project for today. And the last project for this video. In the next video, we've got some structures going up.
Yeah, like this thing's going to be insulated.
Yeah, we're insulating.
We're going to get the subfloor done. And we're going to start building stuff. So, super exciting stuff. So stay tuned for next week and you'll get to see all that stuff too. And if you have any questions, just drop them in a comment below. Or if you want a van built next, yes, let us know. So thank you guys for watching and we'll see you in the next one. See you in the next one.